Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. If I were to give you guys a list of videos that I was expecting to make today, I honestly don't even think this one would have, existed in the first place. Overnight, we got one of the craziest pieces of information drops in Call of Duty history, quite frankly. I've been doing this for a little over 10 years now, and we've covered leaks and rumors and all sorts of stuff like that as they've happened regarding future content, the next COD games, and all sorts of stuff like that. And this one particular bit of information, this one particular leak, if you want to call it that, is so full of information regarding the upcoming seasons and content for Warzone 2, MW2, and DMZ, and even a little bit about Call of Duty 2023. Essentially, what happened, it seemed like overnight, is that information was released that surfaced via a data breach at Activision, in which they discovered a whole list, basically the Call of Duty calendar, if you will, of upcoming updates for MW2 and Warzone 2, going over seasonal dates, what to expect with each of those seasons, and even the reported alpha dates of codename Project Jupiter, which appears to be Call of Duty 2023. So first things first, as always, take everything here with a grain of salt. Despite this coming from, a data breach and a leak within Activision, things absolutely are subject to change, and quite frankly, they already have started changing when it comes to the dates of things. All the seasons that are revealed here, their dates are 110% inaccurate, just because we know for a fact now that with the season 2 delay happening, everything is pushed back a bit. But let's initially start with those dates in particular. So we actually got 3 seasons revealed here in terms of their actual time frames. However, it's kind of strange how they were revealed. The first one, season 3, our next season, the initial date scheduled was March 15th to May 15th. However, we know now that within March we're going to see season 2 reloaded because of everything being delayed there. So we can assume that everything is probably pushed back in between 2 and 4 weeks from these initial dates here, right? But season 3 up next, a 2-month span essentially. Then season 4 initially was planned for May 15th to July 16th. Season 5, though, curiously enough, was not mentioned, but then the next seasonal date that was brought up was actually called Season 6, and it was supposed to take place from September 15th to November 8th. Now, I do think that potentially here, because of Season 2 being delayed and things being pushed back, we actually might not see a season 6, and that's sort of been the rumor because they've confirmed, there's 5 raids coming in 5 seasons multiple times now in official blogs, so that information is already out there. And instead, all these seasonal dates are just pushed back some. So, the season 6 dates are really what season 5 is going to be, and then season 3 and 4 will fill in the gap in between there. And then, the update dates in specific aren't really crazy important, but we do have, that season 6 actually named and listed out of here, which is kind of curious because everything we've heard officially so far says only 5 seasons. But dates, they're always subject to change. We'll know more about those as we get closer to those respective time frames. What's more important here is the content of each of those seasons that was actually revealed. So basically every single seasonal section had its content listed out. There's going to be this many maps for this mode. This update is going to be coming with the battle pass. There's going to be this many bundles, so on and so forth. Cumulatively across all these seasonal leaks, there were 7 core maps. Most likely some of them are going to end up being remakes or remasters of older maps, but 7 core maps were actually mentioned here. There's also a brand new event called The Haunting of Saba, which is actually slated for season 6. So obviously this would be a fall update regardless of if it's called season 5 or season 6 when that time rolls around. But the haunting events in Warzone's history and in Vanguard, Cold War, MW 2019, they're really like the fan favorites, if you will. I mean, the Haunting of Verdansk back in OG Warzone 1 might be the single best event that we've ever had in Warzone and in Call of Duty since that era begun, right? So that's particularly one that I am very interested. By the way, Saba is just the Al Mazrah name basically, so it'd be the Haunting of Al Mazrah. We'd see the Halloween updates and probably nighttime and all sorts of pretty cool stuff happening there. That's obviously very, very, very far down the road, but regardless, still really cool that there is now presumably going to be a brand new haunting event. Also real quick, as we continue to go through everything here today, we got lots more to cover. If you guys are new to the channel, every single day I'm keeping you guys up to date with the latest news, updates, leaks, rumors, class setups, tips, everything you need to know for MW2 Warzone 2 and DMZ is here, so feel free to hit that subscribe button and turn on those post notifications. And if you guys enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it as well. Would be seriously appreciated. Moving on here, with every new seasonal update, it said that we were going to be getting 2 new operators basically, and one of them is going to be licensed every single season. So all these updates, 3, 4, then 5/6, which I'm just gonna, for the sake of this video, mash into one season. There would be an officially licensed operator skin, meaning there'd be some kind of, you know, mainstream collaboration, some kind of crossover event, whether it's, you know, 80s action hero or Halloween or whatever the case may be. They could do really anything now with Modern Warfare 2. So it seems like we're gonna have a lot of crossovers or playable characters that are coming from other aspects of media, which could be pretty interesting. Every single one of these seasons also includes numerous new gunfight maps. This was actually talked about in our developer call, and I'll have more information on that maybe later today, most likely, hopefully, is when that video will drop, so stay tuned for that. New upgrades to Spec Ops missions, also a brand new raid every single season. That sort of speaks for itself because we've known that there's going to be one raid for all 5 seasons, right? Also, various tier 1 events starting from season 3 and beyond. Tier 1 events, in my opinion, are the basic on-menu events similar to the Path of Ronin event that we have going on right now in game, where we have that certain select series of challenges that are there for specific rewards, whether they're the crossover event rewards, whether it's a new weapon for a mid-season update or something like that. We know for a fact we're going to have more on-menu events spanning Warzone 2, DMZ, and MW2 as well. Another very curious update that was mentioned specifically for the season 4 time frame, so sometime late spring, early summer most likely, is a new small map. Now, I see some players assuming this is going to be similar to like Shipment for 6v6, but personally, they've already, you know, called out there's going to be this many new maps, 2 new core maps, 1 battle map, so on and so forth. All of those were mentioned, by the way, battle map, core maps, and gunfight maps. But small map to me is Resurgence, quite frankly, because they're standing it apart and they're separating it from core, battle, gunfight. You know what I'm saying? So we might actually be getting a secondary Resurgence map in just a couple of months time, which is pretty curious. And I would imagine that similar to Fortune's Keep and Rebirth, they would allow for you know, Ashika Island and this new small map to coexist at the same time, because that did seemingly go over well back towards the end of Warzone 1 when you had both maps live at the same time. And quite frankly, we need multiple maps live at once. The more variety we have there, the better in terms of playing what you truly enjoy the most. The final thing that was dedicated to each new season was, like I said, the bundles. There's 70 bundles per season. Personally, I don't really care too much about that stuff. So far, the bundles haven't really been all that great in this game, so hopefully they improve over time, but that's pretty standard. We all saw that one coming. The other bit of information that was leaked via this breach was, like I said, certain dates for Project Jupiter, which appears to be the code name for Call of Duty 2023, the supposed MW2 extension developed by Sledgehammer that is, you know, getting crazier and crazier every single time we talk about it. The main date that we want to look out for here, according to this leak, is the 26th of May to the 2nd of June, which is slated as Jupiter Alpha. So we don't know if that's going to be a public event, if that's an internal playtest session for, you know, something, but we have seen alphas and betas for several of the previous Call of Duty titles in recent years, and that's potentially a time frame in which we could actually end up seeing our first, you know, gameplay hands-on experience for what is presumably COD 2023. As previously leaked by Tom Henderson and Insider Gaming, there's supposedly going to be campaign early access and beta dates for it, so an alpha certainly would line up with, you know, this being treated as a full-on Call of Duty release, even though it's, you know, kind of up in the air what exactly is going on. So very interesting stuff stemming from this. I don't think we've ever had, you know, 3 different seasons leaked at once where all the content descriptions, new weapons, you know, 2, 3 new weapons, this many battle maps, 4 new gunfight maps, 1 6v6 map, 70 bundles has ever leaked at one point in time. So we'll have to keep our eyes out for this stuff as we get closer to these official dates and things become a bit more official. Of course, as that stuff happens, as we see any new leaks, any new rumors, any new updates pushed out into the universe, you guys know I'm gonna have you guys covered with that. So stick it here. Make sure you are subscribed with those noties turned on. And if you guys enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it as well. But that's gonna wrap things up for this one. As always, if you want to check out any of my partners, be sure to use code IMMORTAL for a discount on all Scuf, G Fuel, Gamer Advantage, and Control Freak products, and the links for all those can be found down in the description below. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.